fazer valer a pena. Os ventos da vitória estão a nosso favor. Esse é o seu último jogo!
'Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining my second episode again. I hope you had a great week. My week was great because, yeah, as you can see there, some of those are those things that I did throughout the week. So you can see there, I'm eating barbecue with the mother-in-law. It was Mother Days when we did that, so I'm glad she enjoyed it. Let's get started. First up is this replay that I'm just analyzing because, part of the improvement process is looking at other people, especially if they're better than you. Here we have a replay of Paul versus Reina. Their prowess is about 140,000 whereas the Paul is better player here. He has 156,000. Before I get started, I just want to say sorry. You might see some indicators saying that there is punishment that the Reina has to do, and that's just part of the replay process. So again, sorry. So let's get this replay started. In this replay, I think the most important part about this is that you can see Paul is doing a lot of mids. So yeah, especially if you block that, I believe you can do 1-1 punishes. I think the Paul player is doing a lot of frame traps possibly, but what's important here is that he's spamming a lot of the same moves, maybe as a knowledge check, I don't know. And then she's just blocking, but eventually she does read it and then do a great punish. So let's take a look. There's the punish, as I was saying. And then she does a good heat smash, knowing that he's going to mash there, so she wins the first round. The thing to take away from this round is that Reina is doing a lot of 4-4-2 mix-ups, which is great. Sentai is a great stance for that because you can do your mids, you can do your armor crush, as well as low mix-ups. So lots of mix-up options there. If you can, try to perform that as much as possible because you see a lot of pros do it too. What's awesome about this one is the armor interaction. So Paul did his armor crush first and then Reina did hers, but then Paul actually wins out. So something to keep in mind in your own games. Going into this third round, I'm just going to spoil this. Paul does win. He does great combos on Reina. I think what Reina needs to do here is become a bit more safe, do actual blocking and maybe do punishes because I've noticed Paul are doing some unsafe moves. So that's what I take away from here, as well as taking away that maybe we can do some sidestepping to do some punishes. But this was overall a great game by Paul. Fourth game here, I think what's to take away here is that she did start a combo. However, I think her combo game could improve here. There has been some nice ideas from Reina, such as using the heat smash to get your health back. So while she was in a disadvantage, she just burst or press button so she could get those gray health back. With that said, I think Paul played a very good game here and he eventually wins out. For the fifth game, I think Paul just outplayed Reina completely. He was looking for mid launches and he did eventually get it. So I think we need to use movement here to counter Paul. You know, opportunity to look for mids, right? We want him to whiff and maybe do our own mid counter, right? And then maybe launch him from there, right? Make whiff opportunities and launch them. This is what I got out of this game. So the next film is basically me practicing electrics. I'm just going to show some key highlights. I was trying to do electrics on my right side, which I'm very strong at, right? I can do those, but right now what you're seeing is on the left. Those are bad, and I need a lot of practice. It may be just because of the fingering position. That didn't sound right, but whatever. I'm going to keep this in the video. But yeah, so just the left, you know, the finger position, right? I don't know why, but it's not good for it. Maybe it's the controller. I don't know. I use an Xbox controller, right? So, and I also use the joystick, right? I don't actually use the D-pad, so it may be harder just because of that. So keep that in mind. So here you can see I'm just practicing on the right. Again, you can see it's much more consistent here where I'm doing electrics. So keep that in mind. The session was only 4 or 5 minutes really. So I'll keep this one short. Here is me failing miserably in grab practice. But again, I'm just following VDX drills essentially. So I'm trying to do grab breaks and everything like that. So I try to do this like 5 to 10 minutes. Not too long, just to improve my grab breaking. So this time when I was recording, May 23rd essentially, I got Dominator. So I'm going to show some videos of that, me getting the rank finally.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
While this video is going on, I think the biggest lesson I learned through getting this rank was that it wasn't easy. I did get Assailant for a while, but once I got it and I kept going up and I was about to hit Dominator, I actually lost a lot of elo, or I guess it's points, essentially because I was matching up with a lot of people who were better than me, although they were actually around the same prowess that I was in. So it was a struggle. It wasn't easy to get up here. But what happened was I think I let my emotion play too much, and I realized that. So what I did was I actually started to, play 2 games and then just take a break, right? Especially if I'm tilted. If every time I get tilted, I just play 2 games and stop for a bit and do work or do chores or do something else, right? And then come back fresh. And then the next thing I actually learned was introspection, right? So if I could just, look at the game afterwards and see what I did wrong, then what happened was I actually improved and adapted to what the person did. So that helped me get to the Dominator here. one thing I'm still struggling with in Tekken is the people who does basically rush downs on you. So they keep attacking, and it always seems like they're doing frame chops on you, right? It kind of seems like they're plus frames, unless it's very obvious that they're doing like one of those startups that are really long, right? And that's when you know, okay, I can punish that with either a launcher or a 1-1, right? Or like a 10 frame punish, right? So I'm still struggling with that, and I've noticed that, although I'm not showing it in this video, is that with punishes and being patient is good. So I kind of take it back. You can sort of see how defensive I am now, and although they're doing lows on me, I'm still blocking high at least. I know that they're not always going to do low, and I'm going to punish them, right? So I learned a lot from just those rush down players, right? And being a better defensive player.
Round 4. Fight.
With that said, the video is about to finish. I am grateful for you to watch my second video. Again, I'm trying to improve my also video editing skill. I do this on my spare time. I do have a child, like I said in my first video here, right? Family duties that I have to do, and even a day work. So thank you for watching this, and in my journey, and I improve my video editing as well as my Tekken journey. Thanks again. See you next time.
You win.
二択の時間だ。屈服か、それとも死か。